Let your mind run free. You believe we're all a little crazy. You believe giving everything your best, and you belong with me. So let your mind run free. Welcome to my wonder world. Welcome to my wonder world.
Hello and welcome to my wonder world. Irish. The Irish people have two great things about them. The Irish have a superb sense of humour and they talk a lot. And that's why Irish comedians are beloved all around the world. And now, did you hear the one about the Irish comedian who met the Wonder World reporter? No? Well, I'll let Hugh Munro explain. I think they're sending us up. Now, in the words of William Shakespeare, here will we sit and let the sounds of music creep in our ears. In other words, it's time for a music clip. And the one you're about to see is the epitome of fun and colour and energy and laughter. It's called Open Mind, and it's by the very gifted violinist Jean-Luc Ponty. And visually, it's among the best music clips ever. It's filmed at a carnivale. Bit itchy, are you, mate? And that's where all the people are dressed in the most outlandish costumes. It's just sensational. Carnivale, it'd be fun to be there, wouldn't it? I'll be back right after a short break with a record breaker and then a film story on how to convert a car into a convertible. Complete this saying, from little acorns, mighty oak trees grow. Yes, indeed. It's the world we live in. Today's record breaker is Nardine Ismay, and she says in her letter, Simon, I have represented the Metropolitan running team twice, and I came first and then I came third, a champion runner. Good on you, Nardine. View the Guinness Book of Records. Have a look at this. This is something I'd like to show you. This is the official Guinness Book of Records certificate, and it looks exactly like this, and this is what you get if you break a record, a Guinness World Record. Looks terrific. Look great hanging up on your wall, wouldn't it? Right, car conversions. Convertibles, they're cars without tops. They're really great fun, especially on a sunny day with the sun shining on your face and the fresh air and the wind blowing in your hair. It's absolutely wonderful. Now, some convertibles start life as normal hard-top cars. Then someone lops off the top and makes them into convertibles. How? Here's a lass with the wind in her hair, Edith Bliss. I love them. Aren't they terrific? Coming up, a story on the Party Girls band. It's an all-girls band and they're terrific. That's after this commercial break. Think about this. Have a good think about this. If you had to spend the next 30 years on a desert island, who would you want to share it with? Think about that. The first meat eaten on the moon was 1, roast beef sandwich, 2, roast turkey, 3, roast pork and apple sauce. Well, the answer is roast turkey, the first meat eaten on the moon. Yes, indeed. All-girl bands come and go, and sometimes they're interesting and sometimes they're not. But I guess it's always a gimmick to have nothing but females in a rock band. Now, one Australian group is starting to make a name for themselves, and they are the Party Girls. And this is their first television appearance in a music clip. And your reporter is Brett Clements. And that's the Party Girls. It's time for a Newshound report. Today's Newshound is Stefan Lendnall, and his report to me is on some of his hobbies and collections. He says, Simon, I collect coins, pine cones, cotton reels, corks and stickers. My hobbies are practicing magic, making things, woodworking and drawing. As you can imagine, Simon, I'm very busy, and that's how I like to be. Good on you, Stefan. Terrific. I've got a really fantastic gift for you today. I've never given this away before. This is a set of 7 Walt Disney limited gold videos. And these are a real collector's item because each video contains scenes of a Walt Disney character, and each one comes in its own special volume. And none of these have ever been released in Australia before. And the whole magnificent set comes to you from a company called Walt Disney Home Video. They're quite terrific, and there's 7 of them there. I'll be back with a fascinating story about a fascinating career. It's the career of taxidermy.
Simon loves to reply to your letters, but remember you must also send a second envelope. And this second envelope must have your name and your address on it. And it must have another stamp on it too, if you want your photo returned by Simon.
The enterprising Italians have invented 150 different pasta shapes. How amazing. I love pasta. Here's a film story now about the job of a taxidermist. Now, taxidermy is the art of stuffing dead animals. A taxidermist takes the body of a dead animal, removes all the innards and guts and stuff, and stuffs it and mounts it so that people can look at it, usually in museums. It's an unusual job, but it's an interesting one. Your reporter is Wednesday Kennedy.
Well, if you thought...
Oh dear. Good story. You guys weren't at all interested in that, were you? No. That's the show for today, but very quickly, before I go, how about this for minute? This tiny little leather shoe is made from calf skin, and it measures a mere 1.2 centimetres long. That's less than half an inch. It's a fantastic little miniature, isn't it? Because it's complete in every detail, right down to the heel and the sole and the eyes and the stitching and the shoelaces. It's quite extraordinary. It took 40 hours to complete making that, and it's, please don't rip my pieces of paper. Really quite marvellous. I think it's more proof that the world really is wonderful. Goodbye, Winston.